as always, Ted, kicks off. Who do you have as your winner of the weekend?
The Lakers?
Dude, what happened?
I I don't know.
You you're a common sense guy.
Yeah.
Make it make sense to me. Help me understand what Dallas just did.
The only the only thing I can, which by the way, for those that are living on the moon, massive trade overnight between the Lakers and the Mavs. Um, the Lakers send Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a first round pick to Dallas, who sends Luka, Kleber, and Markieff Morris to the Lakers. And Utah's included as well. But I they hate Luka. Is that the only way I can view it? I mean, you got one of the best young talents in the entire league, and you send him to the Lakers?
I I have so many thoughts on this. First of all, this feels like organizational malpractice to me.
Yeah.
If and just follow me on this. And I know for a fact, I know a lot of people in Dallas. Luka Doncic did not want out of Dallas. In fact, he closed on a new house in Dallas last week. The
Ooh.
dude did not see this coming. He was completely blindsided by that.
Now, let me ask you this, because I also saw it reported that because of this trade, he can't get the Supermax contract, right? Or is that wrong?
That is correct. He was, I saw a tweet from Bobby Marks. He was eligible this summer for a 5 year, $345 million contract. He is no longer eligible for that,
Oh, that hurts.
which seems messed up. That seems like a flaw in the system, doesn't it? That
Well, I
you get
think it's
traded, like you get blindsided by a trade, and then because you get traded, you lose all that money. That doesn't seem very. That doesn't make a ton of sense to me.
well, this is like the inverse of why that wasn't that created to keep players at their local teams instead of going
Yeah,
off
but
for
they just
big money.
traded him without
I know.
telling him. I mean, it's like he didn't trade himself. He didn't
I
ask
know.
for a trade. So that's
Yeah.
why that seems like a flaw. Maybe I just don't understand why that's the case.
Yeah.
But yeah, he gave no indication to the Dallas Mavericks that he wanted out. And that's what Nico Harrison, their general manager, said in the press conference today. Jason Kidd didn't know about it until it was done.
Isn't it crazy that a trade of this magnitude, they kept it as tight-lipped as they did? Like none of the players knew, none of the Lakers knew. I saw, now this is reported, including LeBron James didn't know about it.
It's because it's the most ridiculous trade of our lifetime, dude. It's never good if you're the Mavs. It's never good that Shams has to come out and say, "This is real. I have not been hacked." Like, no one could believe it. Did you see Durant's reaction? He was sitting on the bench, like some fan, it looked like fan or staffer gave him his phone when it happened, and he was looking at it. He's like, "What the? Why would they do that?"
The league has more viewers when the Lakers are good.
Ooh, conspiracy Ted is back. I'm listening.
I mean, that's it. Why else would, like, in a surprise move to everyone, why would a franchise who went to the finals last year send their one of the best young talents? How old is he?
He's about to turn 26 this month.
He's about to enter his prime, is what you're telling me. And they're trading him. And I realize that he is not without flaws. You know, he misses quite a few games. There's some injury stuff that piles up. You know, there's a lot of talk of his conditioning and gaining weight. I mean, he's not without flaws, but I mean, the guy you're getting back, Anthony Davis, maybe misses more games than anyone and has been hurt pretty much his entire tenure in the NBA to some degree or another. So
he's also like 5 or 6 years older than Luka Doncic.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like, to the Lakers,
Rob Pelinka had to answer the phone and go, "Wait, you're serious?"
did they like
Did
without me knowing, did they change like the landscape, the conference landscape of the NBA, or did they trade him to a conference rival?
they traded them? They traded Luka Doncic for the bare minimum that they could have gotten for him, by the way,
Yeah.
to to another team in the Western Conference. It is the craziest trade of my lifetime. And it's clear there's only one reason. Nico Harrison, their GM, does not like Luka Doncic, does not like him being the tone setter of that franchise and that team. That is the only explanation. He even said in the press conference, he was like, when I told our owner laughed. Which they've got a new owner. I can't believe he let him do this, but if you want to,
The owner laughed.
that's what he said. Those are his words.
Well, he must have gave him a hell of a sales pitch
I-
after that.
If you want to get out of the Luka Doncic business, you're tired of him being out of shape. You're tired of the injury issues. You want to move on. Okay. But you shop him. There are a lot of teams that would have put together huge trade packages for Luka.
Yeah.
This is the absolute least you could have gotten for one of the league's best players, an international superstar that is about to turn 26 years old.
Yeah.
It's insane, dude.
That's what I'm saying. That's why, like, if you want to go conspiracy theory on it, that's why it has some credibility, because not only did they get the least amount they could for him and sabotage their own franchise, they sent him to the Lakers.
Could you imagine the Thunder trading SGA and this being the return?
No.
We would,
No.
there would be a riot in Oklahoma City.
Have we checked on Dallas? Is there a riot in Dallas?
I know a lot of Mavs fans. I have never seen a fan base like just so hurt, confused, like they feel like almost like they've been betrayed
I can
by the
understand
leadership
that.
of the organization, man. And I don't blame it. Like there had been, obviously we had the playoff series last year with the Mavs winning, and there had been this fun rivalry that had been built between the Thunder and the Mavs. And it has a lot to do with that series last year and just the proximity, right? We're close. And like it was starting to get really, really fun. And I was hoping we were going to see it again in the playoffs, and maybe we still do, but Luka was the central figure of it. And when it comes to sports hate, he was a very fun guy to sports hate.
Yeah.
And now he's just gone. So I'm like bummed out. It's weird.
I mean, he's still as hateable as ever wearing the Lakers uniform.
Yeah, but it's not the same. He's all the way out
I
in
know.
LA now.
I saw the headline from the LA Times, and it was like on the exact date. I don't know how many years ago it was. Whenever they made the Pau Gasol trade that end up winning however many championships. I was like, this is exactly what I'm saying. They handed the Lakers an incredible. They handed him to the Lakers in the middle of the night without telling anyone. Nobody knew about it. No teams could say, "Oh, Luka's. What can we put together to get in the sweepstakes here? See what can happen." No, no one's allowed. Nobody's allowed to put together a better offer at all. It's done.
Suspicious.
Suspicious as hell.
And also, like a dereliction of duty by Nico Harrison. Right?
How does the owner go from laughing to being okay with it?
I don't know. If you would have told me, okay, we're trading Luka to the Lakers for Anthony Davis and Max Christie, I would say, well, we're getting Austin Reeves too, right? And like 3 first rounders or 2 first rounders, right? You and we are basketball morons. And I truly believe this. If the owner of the Mavericks called us and would have said, hey, we're putting you two idiots in charge of trading Luka. Come to Dallas. You're in charge of it. We would have gotten a better haul than this. You don't trade this guy for that. And it's no,
I'm not an Anthony Davis guy.
You have never been an Anthony Davis guy.
Not an Anthony Davis guy.
But
I recognize that he's incredibly talented, but yeah, if they would have put me in charge of trading Luka, it would have been don't trade Luka. Unless I was in a great position to sabotage the Mavericks. That's what I would have done. Now, I don't know. Basketball wise, no idea what this means. I've seen a tremendous amount of cope from some Dallas Mavs fans trying to convince themselves that actually this team is better off with Kyrie and Anthony Davis and the front court that they're going to have. So, okay, well, wake me
Luka
up.
Doncic carried them to the finals last year.
I was like, wake me up whenever Anthony Davis is hitting step back 30-footers whenever the game's tied in the fourth quarter.
Do we welcome the Mavs fans that are done with the franchise after this?
No.
Do we just say, sorry, guys?
Well,
because there's going to be some Mavs people trying to hop on the Thunder bandwagon after this. I'm dead serious.
I would say
some Mavs fans are like, forget this. I'm done.
Yeah,
they thought Luka Doncic was going to be in their lives for like the next, what?
15 years?
10, 15 years?
Yeah. Well, here's what I'll say. If you want to come on board, fine. But you don't come on board until they dig themselves out of this hole, which is, as I check the math, I don't know, took us 12 years to dig out of the Harden trade, right?
We went to the finals, dude.
That's true. But
well, I guess they went to, what I mean? Like should have gone to the finals. Did not go to, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. But I don't know how I guess you can do you know what the first round pick is?
2029. Dude, it's an insane trade. Like, there's a reason every person that covers the NBA was shocked.
Don't the Thunder possibly have a benefit from this in one of their first round picks?
They own the Mavs like 2028 first rounder or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mavs fans. I have no other explanation other than Nico Harrison is a plant by the Lakers to sabotage your organization.
I
Got
don't know,
nothing
man.
else for you.
I don't. It is incredibly odd at a minimum, and I perhaps, like you said, it's sabotage is what it feels like. It is dereliction of duty, I think is how you put it. I mean, yeah, I it's crazy. I don't know. I wish I had more to offer on it, but I can't rationalize anything behind it.
Do
There's
you
no way to view it and say that Dallas did a good job and is going to come out. They're not even going to come out even.
maybe they go win a title in the next couple of years and you go, okay. But that doesn't change the fact that that guy's the face of the organization. The argument can be made he's the face of that city. And a lot of people pointed this out. Do you know what it says on that Dirk Nowitzki statue out front of the stadium?
Uh,
Loyalty never fades away.
oh man.
And that is something, not to pile on Mavs fans. You think players want to go play for Nico Harrison now after what he just pulled? Just traded the face of the franchise, one of the best players in the world with no heads up, no discussion. I That's not going to sit well with a lot of NBA players, man. I'm just telling you.
Yeah. I don't know. It's wild. I That is not what Dirk meant whenever he grabbed the mic and yelled, "Shut it down, let's go home." But I think that's what the Mavs fans are feeling. Shut it down.
Unbelievable, dude.